So today we are finally breaking out of the apartment and going out into Manila. The storms have passed. We got a big storm last night, which was really interesting to watch, and we've stayed in the majority of the week just because we're just trying to find our feet and catch up on a lot of stuff and also work out how we're doing things from now on. But today we decided we're going to visit the very famous Rizal Park here in Manila, also known as Luneta Park. We wanted to go here the first time we stayed in Manila, but unfortunately I wasn't very well and we had to give it a miss. There's also a few really cool museums around there, but Rizal Park is best known for being the park attached to the political hero here in Philippines, Jose Rizal. He was a political driven person who wrote a lot of political writings that inspired a Filipino revolution here, which unfortunately ultimately led him to being executed. I believe his remains are there under the monument. If they're not, then I will obviously change that information later on in the video, but I'm pretty sure he was buried under the monument in Rizal Park. So we'll look at that, and I think it's really heavily guarded as well, constantly 24/7. So that would be really interesting to go and see that. So yeah, it'd be really nice to finally immerse ourselves in a little bit of Filipino history. We're also going to hopefully check out one of the museums in the area. There are quite a few, and we think that'd be really good for the kids to go and explore and kind of do some learning today. But yeah, it's looking like an okay day. There's some blue sky, there's a bit of cloud, but I don't think there's supposed to be any rain until around 2ish, and not too much either, not like yesterday. So yeah, we're going to get going now. So we've made it to Rizal Park, and as I said, which I thought would be there, is the guards with the guns. I think they're here no matter what, every day, all day and evening, and I believe he is buried in there, but obviously our Filipino community would know better. We've tried to do as much research as possible before coming out, but I know he wrote a lot of books that inspired the revolution and things like that, and he's known as quite a huge political hero here in the Philippines, so it's really, really fascinating to come here and learn some history today. So I'm also pretty sure that Rizal Park is one of the largest inner city parks in all of Southeast Asia, unless I've got my facts wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's one of the largest parks in the middle of a city here in Asia, which is so awesome. It's huge and it's beautiful and it's so well kept, and obviously the Rizal monument really does stand out over there in the flag. It's really stunning, and it's really cool to see a huge part of the Filipino culture. There was a Rizal Park in Baguio, wasn't there? And he had a monument there which you briefly talked about.
Famous artist, I think.
He's got a doctor name though. Dad said he was an artist. Now he wasn't an artist as such, we did get that part wrong, but he did have his finger in writing art. He brought out quite a few books, and I think he brought one out whilst he was in prison before he got executed. But again, we've tried really hard to read up as much as possible, but we're not going to get everything perfect.
All of these monuments are people who are similar to Joseph Rizal, so
not accomplices.
So this one, he led a successful revolt against the Spanish garrison in Trinidad in 1898.
Oh, Cordillera, wasn't he? There's a street in Baguio
yeah.
named after that, isn't there? We learnt that.
Made him captain of Baguio and head of the...
Yeah, I know there's like either a street called Carino or Cordillera. I know the university is Cordillera, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's really cool. And this is where they do their famous water show. Like the water fountains all go off at 6 o'clock. So hopefully if we stay here long enough, we'll be able to film the water show, which would be really cool. But it's not until 6, so we've got to wait it out for quite a while still. It's only midday, so we'll see if we get to make it there, but it looks really cool. And I think it lights up and there's loads of like water that comes out and kind of displays itself, which is really nice.
Hummingbirds can fly faster than any bird.
Really, can they?
Yeah.
Because we're looking at birds now, aren't we? They're all in the aviaries over there.
Yeah, but not any bird is that fast.
No bird is faster than that, are they?
Yeah.
She loves birds. So what did we do?
We went to the museum, but you've got to have your ID and Vax card to enter.
Yeah.
And we have neither of them. So
No.
we can't do that today.
So as travellers, you're told not to really keep passports or forms of identification like a passport, which is what we've got really, on you at all times, because if you lost it, that's not going to be very good. So we keep our passports at home always, as a safety precaution, but they do ask for ID and vaccination cards. We have our vaccination cards on our phones, but we don't have that phone with us. So what we're going to do is take photographs of all the passports and vaccination cards, come back here and look at the museums and hopefully have a good time. The other park that's connected to Rizal Park is also closed. I think it's going under some major renovations and things like that. So that's also going to be really interesting to see how that develops as well. So we've come to the Japanese garden, which is in Rizal Park, just to kind of make up some of the day that we've lost now that we can't go to the museum. And it's really beautiful. One of the guards offered to take loads of photos of us, so I'll pop some of those up. And it's just really pretty. It's all inspired by obviously Japanese architecture and horticulture. It's a big word for me today. But it's really beautiful, and the sun is gloriously shining. We are very hot, so hopefully we can find like a buko juice or something similar to get us refreshed. But it's really pretty and beautiful. We've kind of made up what we've lost today, and to be honest, that's completely, I'm just gonna sit down. And to be honest, it was completely our fault that we forgot all of the main entry requirements to get into the museum. Now we know, we're happy to come back and explore properly, but we're going to just try and make the most of this day anyway because of the sunshine and it's not raining, and yeah, just enjoy what we've got. I'm hoping we're going to go to a nice restaurant later, which we will also show you. So it's not a waste of a vlog, it's not a waste of a day, it's just, this is what we meant when we said that you've got to look at what their entry requirements are here, because everywhere is so different and you must have those forms of identification on you. Hopefully a photo will work, but if not, then we're just gonna have to change our plans and go somewhere different, which is fine as well. But yeah, we're just gonna really enjoy it and sit here and zen out a little bit. Yeah. So this stone says from Hiroshima. which I'm pretty sure is a goddess, but I'm not too sure. But there are like prayer areas here for this, so it'd be really interesting to learn a bit more about that as well.
Mom,
So this place here, 13 people were executed for the freedom and independence of their country.
Who's that ugly face in the wall? So these are just photographs of people that survived the nuclear bombs in Japan, specifically Nagasaki and Okinawa. Yeah, it's really sad. It wasn't anything that we ever want to see in our lifetime, so I can't even imagine what it was like in theirs. Friends, please look at my body. I would not have had to experience this kind of suffering if only the A-bombs had not been dropped. I want my government to recognise this fact. Friends, please stand up and struggle together with me. So we got a black gulaman drink. It was 20 pesos and it's like a flat Coke taste. It's really sweet, but it's got jelly in it apparently, which is what it's famous for, which is cool.
Shoulders, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes.
So the day's been a little bit disjointed, I'll give you that. So we've just kind of sat here and relaxed for a little while, done some work, got the kids something to eat. We were going to go into the pool, but our pool here, because we're not residents, charges us 150 pesos each. Not only that, but only 2 people can do it at a time, so we couldn't even use the pool, which is just frustrating. So there's been a few frustrating moments here today, but we're going to try and rectify that all. And we're going to go to the filling station. Now we know this is quite a popular place for vloggers. It's like an American style diner, but I think it's in the red light district of Makati. So we've never been that way and it'll be interesting to see what that's like. We will definitely go back to Rizal Park. There are a few places in that area that we really wanted to go to. There was a children's museum, but that was also closed under like renovation or something. And then there's also the Manila Man-Made Beach, which we completely forgot about. We drove past it on the way back and I think it's called, is it Dolomite or Dolomite? Something like that. And that looks so cool. So we might take the kids to the beach the next time we get a beautiful day like we have today. But at the moment, we're gonna go fill ourselves up with some food at the filling station.
And I see that whatever you want.
Whoa!
wow, this is
And the
really
guy.
insane. I really love the figures.
And the bus up there.
I think we royally underestimated how big these were going to be.
Yeah, wonder how big the American breakfast is going to be.
I know. You right there?
Yeah, I don't think we needed chips now.
No. Big breakfast.
Yep. So.
And I went for chicken quesadillas, something a bit different for once because we've had a lot of burgers recently.
Please can you show me wiki please?
We've been back home for like an hour, just trying to kind of settle the kids and get them ready for bed and get out the grab and all that kind of stuff. But the filling station was really, really nice. There's a lot of food. Like if you're gonna go there, just expect the portions to be massive. It was quite expensive. It was over 4,000 pesos for the whole meal. That's 5 mains, 1 side and 2 desserts. So that's quite expensive for the Philippines anyway, but it's still within a relatively okay-ish range for an English UK meal. So I think it's a good place to go on really special occasions, like birthdays. There's so many birthdays there. It was really cool to see. They sung happy birthday all the time. And when the alarm goes off before they come out and sing the birthday, it's so loud. I think the first time it went off, we didn't know what was going on. And it sounded like there was a problem or an earthquake or something. It was really, really loud, like in your ear splitting. If any of you have ever been to the filling station, you may know this already, but it was like, I don't know, we panicked a little bit, and then once we realized everybody was coming out to sing happy birthday, we were like, oh, we look really stupid now. But yeah, it was really tasty. The boys had hot dogs. The 2 little ones had English breakfasts. If you're taking children younger than like 6 or 7, I would suggest that you get 1 meal to share between the 2, because they did not finish their food at all, and they probably would have done better if they just shared the food, because it was just too big of a portion. But Harry got through it, Kev got through it, I got through it. But if you're taking young children, just know that the portions are massive, and they don't have a children's menu that I saw, so they're going to be getting adult portions. So it's kind of a good tip to save some money, get your little ones to share. But yeah, it was really nice. We are pooped. It's been a really long, hot day. So I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video today. It's been a really fun one to film. It's been great getting out since all the storms and just exploring bits of Manila that we haven't seen yet. We can't wait to see even more that this city has to offer. We know it's got so much. We've had so many comments and great suggestions from you guys of where to go that we could be here for like 2 years and not see anything. So we've got hundreds and hundreds of ideas and hundreds of options to go and see things. So yeah, wait for more content like that, because it's all going to be coming soon. And yeah, we hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.